stick your face in it, smell it yourself. Dog died, cat died, lizard died, alligator died.
Broke up with a
dad
boyfriend.
died, broke up with a boyfriend, broke up with a girlfriend. You know what I did, Karen? I gave him $20. Meth is a hell of a drug.
Maybe.
What's up?
Hey, we got another list coming up.
We do have a list. Top 5 reasons. Dumbest reasons.
Yeah,
People call the police.
The real reasons why.
This is the real list.
Yeah.
People call. The other stuff's good. This is better. You're going to enjoy this. Okay, so I wanted to start off with this. How many calls do you think dispatch in the entire country gets a day?
A day?
All of America. How many 911, 311 calls come into America every day?
It's got to be in the hundreds of thousands, I would think.
Oh, of course, yeah. Steve, you got a guess? 1 million, he guesses. A little high. It's actually 650,000 calls a day. How many calls in Vegas? 311, 911 every day here in Las Vegas.
6,000.
Steve? What do you think? 8,500 to 10,000.
Wow.
8,500 to 10,000 calls a day. So we're busy. Maybe don't call 911 or 311 for every little fart, shit, and poop. Vegas. America. Because these are the reasons that we would go, to your calls. Okay, so these are all real calls that I have been to or he has been to. Real.
And every cop in this nation.
And every cop in this nation. 100% real. I got called because kids were selling lemonade on the corner and they needed a permit. A Karen, liberal Karen, didn't like the 8 and 10-year-old selling lemonade on the corner, just trying to make a buck.
Yeah.
It's the oldest gig in the book, man.
That's a shame.
And she's like, they can't do that. They need a permit. Like, what the is wrong with you? Calling the police for kids. You know what I did, Karen? I gave him $20. Had some good lemonade. Actually, it wasn't that good. Had some lemonade. I gave him $20. Sorry. And I said, keep on rocking. And I left. Didn't say a thing about anything else because they're kids.
Yeah.
Karen on the corner.
Do you want them slinging drugs on the corner or selling lemonade on the corner?
What the heck's wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
So if you're going to call the cops for kids selling lemonade, don't. Please waste our time. Kids on the grass. I got that call a lot.
Kids on grass? Or
kids are walking across. They're cutting the corner across my grass.
Yeah.
Put up a fence.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? You want me to go kill the kids because they walked on your grass?
Yeah.
Friggin' out of you. You're fucking crazy. Oh, this is a real call. So I'm driving, looking for crime. Stick your face in it. 3 Ocean. Smell it yourself. Go ahead. There's a girl walking down Blue Diamond. She's crying. Okay. Anything else? No. There's a lady who thinks that the cops need to intervene and find out why she's crying. No, I don't.
So social worker for.
No, I don't, lady. Another Karen. Mind your business. There could be 1,000 reasons this girl's walking down the street crying. Dog died, cat died, lizard died, I don't know, alligator died.
Broke up with a boyfriend.
Died, broke up with a boyfriend, broke up with a girlfriend. Whatever. There's a million reasons.
She might be having a bad day.
So you know what I said? I think I was acting sergeant that night.
Cancel that call.
Cancel that call. I'm not going to find out why this girl is crying. Okay? Again, mind your business. Bag in the desert area that smells bad.
Shit.
Really? Really? How about you walk out there, stick your face in it, smell it yourself with a flashlight and look around. If you see any skulls or bones, call us. Until then, it's trash.
Yeah.
So they want us to come. They want me to come out and stick
desert.
my face in a bag. It smells like a dead body.
People put their garbage out in the desert all the time.
You'll know what a dead body smells like. It's very unique.
Yeah.
You'll know.
Yeah. I'm sure everybody that's been on a hike has smelled something out there dead, an animal.
Yeah. Neighbor disputes.
That's a big one. But that's a big one, though.
That's an everyday thing.
Yeah.
No, a dog's pooping on my lawn.
Yeah.
This guy's throwing his poop over here.
Keeps looking over my fence.
This guy's, his light in his window is shining in through my window, and I can't sleep. People.
Knock on your neighbor's door and ask.
Come on, handle your business.
But that goes to where we were saying before that people don't know their neighbors.
Yeah, exactly. Or how about this? Close your curtains or close your blinds.
Blackouts.
Do something, but calling the police? No. Okay, this is a real one. I got a call that this lady was in her house and her dog was shooting lasers out of its eyes.
Pet Cemetery.
Well, I just rewatched Pet Cemetery. What a great movie.
Dude, you know what time
Sometimes dead is better.
When I first watched that movie, I lived in Idaho, and I turned the corner and the dog was across the street and the headlight hit his eyes just right and they were red, dude. It freaked me out. I went around the block.
No, maybe he went up to the place and buried his dog.
Maybe.
Came back to life.
Maybe.
But I didn't like the remake.
Yeah.
Why do you got to remake a movie that's great?
Yeah.
Just leave it. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, dog was shooting lasers out of its eyes. Now, I would have liked to see that. Pretty cool.
That would have been cool.
That would have been cool. Didn't really happen. Maybe we'll insert here.
It's a hell of a drug.
Meth is a hell of a drug.
Makes you see lasers.
Dog was shit. I had to go to this call. It was a real call. I had to go and make sure the dog was not shooting lasers out of its eyes at this thing. All right. Fire department.
Oh boy.
FD.
Those are the good guys. Don't say
I'm not
those are
bashing
good
on
guys.
FD. I love
those.
FD.
Everybody
I love
loves
FD.
FD.
Okay. What I don't like about FD. Again, real call. 85-year-old lady not listening to commands in the house. She's in a wheelchair. 6 big, huge FD dudes.
You got access.
I'm not going in until Metro makes it safe.
Yeah.
Really, guys?
Yeah.
Really? Really?
Yeah. It happens all the time.
85-year-old woman in a wheelchair is scary. I love it when a girl cop shows up by herself, walks in the house, makes it safe, and walks out to these big, burly men. You can go in now, guys.
I disconnected her battery. Her wheelchair, she can't go nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, all you guys do is lift weights and eat. You guys are huge. You're scared?
Well, watch the fire trucks too.
Anyway, nifty. On the strip, when you're on Las Vegas Boulevard on the strip, if you're selling water or hot dogs,
crime of the century.
Whoa, you're like worse than ISIS. You are worse than ISIS if you're selling water on the strip. They will get you.
Gotta have a permit.
Woo! Well, you need a permit to do anything.
Yeah.
The government has made sure of that. You need a permit to buy a hat. You need a permit to buy a shirt. You can't do anything without the government's involvement. It's amazing. So, cat walking on a fence.
Oh, shit. So
you're going to like this.
Check this story out. I get a call.
This is a good one.
Way west, past Fort Apache. Neighbor says, I think it's my neighbor's cat that's walking on my fence. So I go in there and I'm looking through the back window to see the fence, and it wasn't a cat. It was a goddamn mountain lion.
Oh.
So I didn't handle that call.
No.
No.
What'd you do?
I called animal control.
Yeah, left.
And I did leave. But that's...
Our job's not to fight mountain lions or get them into custody.
No,
sorry. No, we don't do that.
That's a real call.
Even animal control's like,
I told her to hide her pets.
Yeah, right. Guy once called us to change the temperature on his thermostat.
They can be kind of confusing, those new ones.
Couldn't see too well.
Well.
Yeah.
Did you help him?
No. Cancel the call.
Okay.
If you can't change your own thermostat, do not call 911.
Doesn't on our patrol car say community service?
Serve and protect, sir.
Oh, okay. That's what I want to clarify.
Though in the Transformers, it says to punish and enslave. And that Mustang, that's one of the baddest cars I've ever seen. Love that Transformers car. Anyway, protect and serve. I'll serve, but I'm not changing the temperature on the thermostat. So sorry.
Yeah.
If you can't do that,
you got other problems.
How are you even alive?
Yeah.
How did you make it this far in life? And if you need help seeing, well, there's options.
Family.
Not 911.
Family.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to love this one.
Tell me.
Control my kids.
Oh, yeah. The uncontrollable call?
Say it. Yeah, okay, so let's start with this. if you're out with your kids and you see the cops, do not tell your kids, if you're bad, they're going to take you to jail. Don't say that. Do not say that. That's the worst thing you could say to a kid. What you say is, this is a police officer. If you're ever in trouble or need help,
run to them.
Run to them first. That's what you tell them. You don't say they'll take you to jail. Kids will be scared of us. A lot of kids are scared of us. Kids should look at us almost like Santa Claus. They want to come to us because, boom, we can get them to safety. I had to call this lady.
But
hold on. She was scared to death of her daughter. She wanted me to take her daughter away. Her daughter was 6, probably 30 pounds. And she was like, she can beat me up, blah, blah, blah. You know what, lady? Stop having kids.
Yep.
Don't have kids.
Yep.
If you're going to tell me you're calling 911 to tell me to control your kids? No. Again, that's your problem. They're your kids. You had them.
Isn't there something called like an unmanageable teen or something like that?
They have an excuse for everything. Teen. I'm sure there's a disorder for it.
You know how my parents used to manage me? With a belt.
Whipping your ass.
Yeah.
That's how I got managed.
Yeah.
I went to Catholic school. You were mad you got bad at school, you got beat by the teacher.
Yep.
Then when you got home, you got beat by your parents.
Yep.
That's how you got good people. These kids nowadays, they don't respect anybody.
Nope.
And that's why. Because the parents don't even know how to be a parent. Now, kids beat up the teacher gets fired.
And I don't want to hear the excuse, well, my parents both work. My parents both work.
No, that's an excuse, yeah. Yeah, no, that's an excuse. So don't call us to come and raise your kids. I don't want to raise your kids, okay? I like my kids.
Yeah.
I don't like most kids.
Yeah.
I like my kids. You know why? Because I raised my kids proper. You people who don't raise your kids proper, why would I like them? Your kid's the annoying kid in line, running around screaming, causing a whole chaotic scene. No, my kids would never do that.
That's why we still have a job.
Yeah.
Metro.
Yep.
Kids like that.
Yeah. And then, that was a good one. Come on.
No.
That's all you.
So
we'll end with this.
This is a true call. I had a call that a female called and said that her house was burglarized, and she hadn't cleared the house. So I get there and I say, okay, let me go check it out, make sure everything's safe. So I go in, I'm looking, and I go into her walk-in closet, and I'm seeing all this powder all over the place. So I'm walking around the house and I'm tracking all this powder. And the house is clear. I go out to her and I say, hey, yeah, somebody went through your house, but there's powder all over your house. And I started to walk her to where the source was, and it was in her closet. And I was totally expecting it to be something illegal. And she walks in, she goes, oh my God, that's my mother. Whoever was in the house kicked over the urn, and I'm walking through the whole house with her mother on my feet. So needless to say, I didn't know what to do on that one. Break out the vacuum, right? But that's what I thought it was.
Well, of course,
right?
The white powder all over. You're like, yeah, honey, I think they cut open your kilo of coke.
Are you?
But they would have just.
Are you selling drugs?
Yeah,
but yeah, that was.
She wouldn't call you for that.
That was a call that I found pretty interesting to myself. I was tracking a dead woman all over my phone. Yeah,
we have had calls, believe it or not, from drug dealers when they went and bought dope or they were selling dope and they got robbed. We have had that call, and that's a funny call. And you know what? Believe it or not, even though you're a drug dealer, if you call us, we still have to respond and take a report.
Yeah,
we still have to make a report, but a lot of people don't. But I have had a few where I'm like, "What were you doing?" Like, man, I was buying, an ounce of weed or an 8-ball, and he took my money. And sorry, man.
Do you know the suspect's name? No. Then I can't do a report.
Yeah.
Right.
But so if you're trying to buy something illegal and it gets taken or you get got, suck it up and move on.
Yeah. Explain it to your bosses.
Shouldn't be doing it in the first place.
Yeah.
But yeah, suck it up, move on. Don't call us. Like we've said in other videos, police, we take your freedom, your life, your money, and your time.
Yeah.
Don't call the police unless it's a true 100% emergency.
Yeah.
People nowadays, and the problem was, see, when I first hired on, people didn't have cell phones.
Yep.
So you actually had to use your house phone or get to the pay phone. Our call volume, I think back then, was around 2,000-3,000 calls a day.
Yeah.
Obviously now with everyone has cell phones, that's where up to 10,000 calls a day.
But they were legit calls though.
They were legit. Now everyone calls, oh, there's a cat in the road and it's covered in dirt. We should have the police come and look at it. Oh, I feel so bad. Let me call the police.
Yeah. People are afraid to get their hands dirty.
There's a stuffed animal in the road,
You know
and I
what
think
I'm
it's a baby. I've had that before.
You know what I'm saying? People are afraid to get their hands dirty.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess you could say that. But there's no reason to call us all the time. So handle your business and mind your business. It's very simple. I was a cop for 22 years. And before that, guess how many times I've called the police in my life? 0.
I've never called the police.
You know why? I'm not having a cop come to my house.
Get in my business.
Get in my business and control my entire house, because that shows that I can't control my house. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to have some young buck telling me what to do and how to run my life. Thank you very much. I'm very well at doing that on my own. I don't need you here. Have a nice day. That's the way most people should think. When you call the police and we come to your house,
nothing's good.
They are taking charge and they are taking over. And you might not like it. We have some future videos coming. That people called the police for help. Just like the wedding video. Doesn't go good.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So mind your business. Handle your business. Okay? Be adults. That's the real list of what we do most of the day.
Yeah.
Okay. The other ones, it does happen. But this is more realistic. Okay.
And it goes to the police officer too. When he gets a call like that and he looks at the calls holding, he can prioritize his calls.
Yep.
So you might place that call, but don't expect quick service.
Yeah. Because we read them. I'll see the event pending and I'll go, what? And I'll read it. PR states cat is on the wall. PR is tired of having cat on the wall. I'm not going to that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Guy got robbed. I'll go to that. Or domestic people arguing. I'll go to that. Yeah. I'm not going to your cat call or whatever. So just be mindful. Don't call 311 and 911 for every little thing. Okay? You really don't need the police involved in your life. It's the same as the government. You don't need us. We're there, but you really don't see us. We're like pipes in the wall. We're always there. We're always working, but you never really see us. That's the way it should be. Okay? Hope you enjoyed our list. The real list.
Yeah.
Let me pull out my trusty paper here. If you have any comments or any officers out there would like to add a crazy call that they got, we read the comments. I would love to hear it. So send us your comments. If you have any questions, ask us at ask@LVCopsTV. We'll hit you back live on video. Like, subscribe, ring the bell.
Yeah.
Ding, ding. I already rang the bell. Ding, ding. Oh, go down to Zangief Jiu-Jitsu. Get your butt kicked. It's good for you. Thank you to Simply Vegas. Thanks for watching.
Have a safe tour duty, please.
Make a difference in someone's life. Stay classy, Las Vegas.
Always. Ring the bell. Ding, ding.
Ding.
1 Sam 5 and 1 Sam 6, copy of 425 call.
Copy. 1 Sam 5 en route.
1 Sam 6, copy, en route.